Hello, Mr. Alberto here, and today I'm going to be showing off how I make my endgame save file. Specifically with none of the cutscenes, a lot of things already open, and this is how I like to practice for any percent specifically. So I went ahead and got all the early game items, and I actually watched the early Master Sword cutscene after getting animation set 2, so you really want animation set 2. However, so if you want to take a little shortcut, I personally didn't, but if you want to, if you look in the bottom right in the hacker, I'll show the different spawn locations. So this M2 tower, so capital M, number 2, TOWER, room ID 00, spawn ID 10, and then you can leave the layer at FF. This will take you to the Helmrock cutscene room, and then you can reload the map. And it won't crash because of the fact that Dragon Main's tool will prevent you from crashing. You can do that to get animation set 2. You need that to make sure you don't crash later cutscenes. And then after that, you can spawn yourself in the castle if you want to. The problem with doing this is that you need the Master Sword, so you're probably going to have to watch the early Master Sword cutscene. But if you don't want to watch that, you can just set it to High Room, so capital HYROOM, and then 00 for everything. And this is the inside of Hyrule Castle. And then you can just reload the map or give yourself storage to make sure you don't watch this cutscene. So you can do that. And then you can just save out here if you want to. However, at this point, there's things that I still want to do. There are cutscenes that I haven't watched that I would still like to watch. So you can go ahead and do barrier skip here. I'm just going to go ahead and do barrier skip. I don't actually remember what the spawn location is inside of Ganon's Tower, but it's not a big deal. I'll just do barrier skip. This is what I would do to set up the file. So I'm just going to do barrier skip real quick. If I can get it. If I can get it. Okay, we're just gonna cancel knockback because there we go. I'm sick of it. Okay, so we'll do barrier skip to get into Ganon's castle. That'll clip anytime. There we go. And then into Ganon's castle we go. So in Ganon's tower, there's a cutscene that I'm just gonna clear. I don't need to watch it every single time. Oh. Because I need leaf. So this cutscene, I can just give storage to get rid of this cutscene, and then I can, I believe, if door cancel works, I can just go through here. There we go. So now I can go in here and then get. I prefer having light arrows because I don't need to go through the maze every single time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get light arrows. And then store this cutscene. And we can... So I just gave storage. And then do the maze. And then we can go get the chests. So yeah, this next room coming up is why you need the Master Sword, so you need to watch the early Master Sword cutscene. Because you can't defeat Phantom Ganon without the Master Sword. So that's why you need it. Okay, defeat him. And then get the light arrows. I personally like getting it because I don't necessarily need to go through this part every single time I want to go through a late game because it's not that hard. Yeah, we can just open the chest and give storage, really, and then it'll skip the animation. And then we'll get light arrows after we go through this room. And then I like to defeat Phantom Ganon. I don't see a reason not to. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can just go through the door and give yourself door cancel again. So this is like not mandatory. This is all optional, this is just preference. But I personally don't like doing this every single time that I go through. It's not that hard. It's not what I personally like to practice, so I personally don't do that. And then this next room, I personally don't like defeating his enemies. I personally don't like doing it. So what I tend to do is I go straight through the room, and you can either do the skip for Grand Staircase battle, or you can just give yourself door cancel. I personally, well, actually, is door cancel even working? Oh, there we go. So I personally don't like fighting those enemies because I like fighting it during my playthrough, and then you can reload the map here. And then, now we've reloaded the map, I then like to moon jump a couple times, pull leaf, jump some more, and then I like to open the chest, just to have it open. Not the chest, the pot. So now I have the pot open. I also like to give myself 3 ticks less than regular. So, the reason I take 3 ticks of magic away is that's how much you usually use for Phantom Ganon skip. 3 to 4. 3 is if you're pretty good at leafing. 4 if you're not very comfortable with leafing. You'll have 3 by the time... Well, you have that much left over by the time you reach the end game portion. And then I like to just go in here. And then, finally, we can reload the map here. And then, we can save the game. So, we're gonna go back to where we were before. Actually, I can just go back to the castle, now that I think about it. So, you can actually just select Hyroom, Hyrom, the one that I have on the screen. 00 for both spawn ID and room ID, and then we can just hopefully not talk to Tetra, oops. And then we can go out here, and then have grapple equip. So that is what I personally like to do. I also like to start with gyro on. I actually have it on. So this is where I save the game. So now I'm going to show a run through of late game and what it looks like for me when I just want to do a quick run through. So first I turn off gyro. This could be different for you. Go and do barrier skip. There we go. So then, after I do barrier skip, I go to Ganon's castle. Oh, I also turned gyro back on. Forgot about that. So then I'll go here, and then I'll do the trial skip. And then after trial skip, I already have the light arrows, so I'll just equip light arrows. And then I just go straight through and defeat all the enemies on Grand Staircase. Because I already have light arrows, so I don't need to do the entire maze again and watch those cutscenes. Okay, so now I'll defeat the enemies. And then I would then fight Papa Ganon. However, I personally, I've already fought Papa Ganon, so I'll just show off where I would go next. So assuming I fought Papa Ganon, right, and then I beat Papa Ganon, I could then take this warp pod, or I could go up normally, whichever preference, and then I would do the bomb skip hover from here. But from time's sake, I'm just gonna show that. Let's pretend I did bomb skip hover, because I don't want to do it with Papa Ganon in the room. And then we just go fight Ganondorf after that. And let's assume that I fought Ganondorf. So that's basically the entire save file. So I hope this helps someone who's trying to practice the late game. I find this very, very efficient because you don't need Homebrew open every time you want to practice this way. You can just blaze through everything with no cutscenes. And so now I have the save file. So whenever I'm done, I can just quit without saving and go right back through it and practice all over again in like 5 minutes. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you. Bye.